Hello again, Mike Lapatino here and behind the mic. Yes, thank you for tuning in. Going to do some backstage stories and why I like going backstage at concerts. And let me tell you something, it's no fun back there. I go because I know Koplik, Jimmy, and the rest of the people that work at Live Nation, and they're very gracious to let me come back there. And, I watch a show from the side. I never take up a seat. If I do, I have to pay for it, just so you know. Okay, no more free tickets. But nonetheless, it's fun to go back there and see Jimmy and all the great people that work for him for Live Nation backstage. And one of the best things is usually you eat back there too. So me, I'm a food glutton and I love to eat. And that's the best thing about backstage, because the backstage food is usually pretty good. It's great when the bands bring their own caterer. And it reminds me of the time, and I'll bring this up, when I sat with Tom Petty and Mike Campbell across from the table. I didn't actually sit with them or talk, but they were right there. And Tom bought his, and I think maybe he did all the time, he used to bring his own caterer. So on one particular summer, and that's when they usually played at, of course, in the Meadows, it was a lobster bake, a real lobster bake. So in the backstage area, they got a lot of little picnic tables that are outside, over an overhang. And there it was. It looked like you're going to a lobster bake party because, I guess Tom does stuff like that. And I remember seeing him backstage and wanting to go up and just introduce myself. But that's one thing I learned in being a guest of Jimmy, is that you don't bother or talk to the talent. You just don't do that. It's not professional. And I get that. If I was introduced, that's a different story. But nonetheless, we were there, and I'm sitting with Jimmy, and we're, standing in line, and Mike was in front of me, Mike Campbell, who I always admired as an incredible guitar player, and of course, Tom Petty right in front of him. And there was just laid back, nice guys, man. It was just, you really felt like you were at a picnic. And I always used to make the story, if I got to a backstage area late, and I'm eating dinner, I'm always complaining about what's all that noise outside, Oh, it's a concert going on. Oh, I forgot. I thought it was at a restaurant. But it's just one of those things which is a lot of fun, and I'm very grateful and privileged to have this opportunity. And I thank Mr. Jim Koplik, my very good friend, for letting me do that. And again, I behave myself backstage. That's the whole idea. Always go back alone. I can't bring anybody with me. I try, but they just act up, and I end up getting in trouble. So that's just a backstage story, and there's plenty more. So stay tuned for the next episode of Behind the Mic with me. Thanks for watching.